Hey, Dr. Logue. So, as far as your question about, based on what you know about your state's counseling practices, what is recommended to include in verbal and written consent in child adolescent counseling, it was kind of a hard question to answer because there was nothing on the internet remotely close to that for South Carolina. I couldn't even find an informed consent example for child and adolescent counseling from South Carolina so that I could kind of play off of that. Mostly, and I can't even say mostly, what was really talked about in South Carolina in the South Carolina legislature, online was marriage and family counseling. It didn't really go into adolescents and minors. It mostly talked about individual therapy with adults and addictions counseling and rehabilitation counseling. So it was slim pickings basically. But from what Kaufman and Barrett said, as far as informed consent with children and adolescents go, minors are not allowed to consent to their own treatment, but that does not mean they shouldn't play a role in the informed consent process. So it's important to attain assent, and I'm just going off of this as being applicable to South Carolina too. It's important to obtain assent from the minor, which is essentially them being able to understand the services provided, the therapist's role, their role, the parent's role, and the goal is to tell them on their own level. So if they're 12, tell them the way a 12-year-old would understand, and if they're 8, tell them the way an 8-year-old would understand. While they don't have the legal right to provide informed consent, they can be active in the decision-making process, and therapists should consider how much the client wants the parents involved, whether they're 8 or 12. Basically. So that's really all I could find on what to include in informed consent for South Carolina. I know that's really not much, and it's not really a recommendation, but hopefully in the future I'll be able to do more research on it. But that's really all I could do. Like I said, it was slim pickings. But thanks for watching, and have a good day.